I know I have missed so many weeks without doing anything, but so I thought I'd do a quick update. And so I'm pretty sunburned, and and I'll be back in probably about a month's time. But the good news is, in 1 month's time, I'm going to have a dedicated studio set up for content creation and all those. Hopefully, you're going to get back to weekly stuff putting out. But I thought, oh yeah, at the moment, there's not a single person watching this, but I think I can save it, and yeah, let's see how it goes anyway. But let's have a beer. Oh, if you want to get involved and follow me on Instagram, it's kitesurf365 at Instagram, and on there you'll find podcasts I do a lot of other content for kite surfing, so not all beer drinking. But anyway, I thought I'd have a beer with you guys. There's one person watching, absolute light, but I do apologize, but there's been a couple of huge milestones. Hang on, let me get into this. Huge milestones. Number one, man, 1 million 1 million views on Instagram. 1 million views, 1 million views on 1 million views on YouTube, which is incredible. Secondly, my black cat, if any of you guys follow my black cat, the black cat actually died. So it was really, really sad about that. I do have, that was about a month ago, but I do have another cat now. So I have my little cat Angel. I do have another cat because I want a second cat to keep that cat company. And but when I get back to Dubai, I'll introduce you to that new cat. So I've got two cats again just to keep each other company. But I'm really, really sorry about it. I have been really shit at uploading stuff. But when I'm shifting into a new place, and that new place is going to have a whole new creative studio, so you should get lots of weekly content. So let's see, man. But anyway, cheers. I'm in Mazera in Oman kite surfing. So this is the first time I've done anything live. So live messages are visible. Okay, fine. So yeah, I hope this comes across okay because there's like 5 people watching, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I really appreciate all the love, all the messages. Mainly it's Filipinos. So yeah, I will definitely update and do some more Filipino stuff when I can and get a chance. But that's the plan anyway. But as I said, yeah, massive to go through 1 million views. I cannot believe that. It's unbelievable to my mind. Already it's gone through that. More than 5,000 subscribers. And yeah, so when I get back from this trip and I get into my new place, I am promising I'm going to upload every single week. That is my plan. I'm going to try and do an upload every week to the end of the year. That's the goal. But I have another beer here to drink. I thought I might drink 2 beers with you guys. This one here. It's called Paderborn. It's brewed according to the German purity. I'm going to try this, but at the moment, oh, good catch. At the moment, I'm drinking Amstel. If I'm looking sunburned, it's because I've been kite surfing non-stop for the last 2 weeks. Just every day kite surfing. As I said, don't forget to follow me at kitesurf365. That's my Instagram. I used to have a brew review Instagram, but I deleted it because it was causing some problems at work. Just let me lower this camera down just a touch. I hope this is coming across okay and you can hear me okay. So that's the plan. I've never done a live thing before, so you know, a couple of people liked it. 4 or 5 people are watching down to 1 person. So please leave me a comment and tell me if you like these, because this might be an option for me to do some more of. You know, maybe I can do more live stream and take the pressure off having to edit something. This is kind of cool though. Yeah, 1 million views, and I think about 900,000 of those views are from the Philippines. So I really appreciate that. It's been incredible. Yeah, that's been really, really cool. But yeah, sad news about Mirka. Mirka died, as I said, a few months ago. Yeah, we're very sad because we really love that cat. But the little cat was really sad, and it was pretty shitty times and pretty upset. So hopefully this new cat's going to keep the little one happy, and they can play together, which sounds like it's happening anyway. But anyway, let me finish off this beer. Wow, it's actually not too bad. The old Amstel. If you guys drink a lot of this, it's just a nice, easy drink. I love it. It's such a big thing. Slow brewed, extra matured. But you know, actually, to be honest, I actually had a friend of mine in the Philippines this week, and I asked them to pick up every single Filipino beer I could and bring it back. And they were flying Oman Air, and Oman Air took all the beer off them. I just seem to like I can't win to get Filipino beers, you know. Does popcorn make you fat? I'm going to say no, but it depends what kind of popcorn. Uploader, hi. I think popcorn is, I love popcorn, but listen, if you're having it with butter, too much butter, definitely it's going to make you fat. Hey, ask me some questions, guys. If you have any questions, I'll answer them and I'll give you my complete honest answer. I don't think popcorn makes you fat, but if you're eating it with butter, definitely, or caramel. But I love, every time I go to the movies, I don't eat a lot, I don't drink a lot of Coke, but when I go to the movies, I definitely have popcorn and Coke for sure. That's just classic. But guys, ask me some questions. Got the chat comes up. Ask me anything and I'll give you my honest answer. This is actually kind of cool, actually. I quite like this live stream. Got a couple of other people watching. Feel free to ask me anything, guys, as I drink this beer. I'm going to drink this beer. I'm going to drink 2 beers. So this live stream will go as long as these 2 beers take. People ask me why I drink so fast. That's a good question. I don't know. I like beer. that's the bottom line. I like beer. But yeah, it's I'm actually on, as I say, I'm on Madeira in southern Oman, and it's very hard to get beer here. This is the only beer that I can buy, which is actually kind of cool because I've never done that, which is Paderborn Pilsner. But I have some German people with me. Uploader, personality, hi. I have this some German people with it. They say they've never heard of this beer, so I'm going to drink this beer next. Let's just put that in the fridge. It's not the warm. It's not so warm. Whoops. It's not so warm. I missed a thing there. Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite comedian? Man the Beast. Wow, that's a tough question, man. Comedians. Oof, I love comedy. Historically, I really love Joey Diaz. I don't know if you know Joey Diaz. He's an American comedian, very funny. I love Joe Rogan. I love dude. I can't remember some of their names. I love some of the I love comedy. I think it's good. I love Mitch Hedberg. I think Mitch Hedberg's awesome. Some of the older stuff, but I can't even remember his name. Who's the black guy who's just come back from come to the Philippines? Let's drink, man. I definitely want to go to the Philippines and drink. But it's that's a plan. I've always been saying I'm going to go to Boracay at Christmas and go kite surfing, but I've never quite made it. I can't. I'm just trying to think of that black comedian guy that I really think is funny. He's just come back from a massive break, and he just did 3 specials this year, and that's been awesome. But definitely, man, if I come to the Philippines, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of people wanting to have some drinks, and I think I'll probably do it. If I do come, I'll say come to one spot, and if anyone can make it, then we'll all drink together. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is another comedian I really like. So, you know, Joey Diaz, Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle. There's so many good comedians now, and if you have Netflix, there's just a billion good specials. So, yeah, I think we're a little bit saturated with comedy. But who's your favorite comedian? Let me know. Who's the comedians you like? Someone once told me that I look like Redford White. I don't know Redford White, but apparently he's a comedian / Filipino comedian. Let's have another one. Yeah, what comedians do you guys like? But if I come to the Philippines, there's a lot of people who want to catch up and drink. I come to Joe Coy. Who's Joe Coy? I guess he's a Filipino comedian. Listen, I'm sure there's a shitload of Filipino comedians. Am I single? No. He's real funny. I'm sure he is. I'll actually Google Joe Coy after the. Is it Coy? Joe Coy? I hope I'm saying that right. I'll definitely Google him after. Am I single? No, I'm not single. I have definitely somebody in my life. Oh, German beer. This is actually terrible. Paderborn. Probably not cold enough. I'd like it a little bit colder, but it's definitely oh. In all fairness, I've had about 3 of these before I came, and that was on my like 5th beer. So maybe I'm being a little bit I'm being a little bit biased that it's actually okay, but it's not very good at all. So what kind of comedy is Jo Koy? What does he do? What kind of comedy does he do? You know what? The crazy thing, I mean, I don't know about Filipinos, but I mean, I seem to have a lot of Filipinos think that I'm gay or something like that because, man, I have a shitload of people asking me ridiculous questions. Have I ever gone to a comedy club? Of course, I've been to many. I even ran a comedy show for a while with a friend of mine called Ty, the comedy boss. You can Google him. He's got a lot of stuff on the internet. Ty and I have done many comedy shows. We used to run them. We used to host them. We used to record them. We used to do a podcast called The Brew, which is this show is actually a spin-off of our comedy shows we used to do, and that was called. We used to host them in our little local bar, and that was cool. And we had heaps of comedians coming from Dubai and Abu Dhabi used to come, and that was pretty cool. So definitely been to some comedy shows and run comedy shows, which is cool. Actually, Ty is quite a popular comedian, but Ty and I used to have a podcast a long time ago, but we haven't really been recording much anymore. So comedy. I definitely am a big fan of comedy, but Jo Koy, I'll definitely think. I don't even know. Someone tell me something about Redford White. Apparently I look at Redford White, if that can even be possible. Is Redford White white? I don't know. So, come on, boy. Any other questions? As I said, I'm gonna drink 2 beers and then I'm gonna end this thing. So, this is my gift to you. I got like 5 people watching and people coming and going. I don't know what's going on here. I'm just sorry, it's the very first time I've ever done a thing. Yeah, Keanu Joseph Velasco. I'll definitely check this guy out, man, for sure. I'm definitely going to check this out. I'll definitely check it out. So, but look, guys, as I said, man, next month, as of August, I'll be in a new house. At the moment, I was in a tiny studio. It was very hard to record. I mean, just didn't have much space. But when I get to this new studio, I'll definitely be getting one single video every week for you guys. If you want to check out my podcast, go to my Instagram, Kitesurf365. That's Kitesurf365. That's actually kitesurfing. Maybe for most of you hooligans out there, it'll bore you. But seriously, I get some crazy mixes. So a lot of people are really liking my Satan's Piss video, which is the Redford White died many years ago. He's a comedian from the Philippines. Okay, cool. Rest in peace, Redford White. Many. What was I talking about? I guess most of you guys have. Some of you guys are some fucking gangsters, man. They asked me to drink some crazy shit, but I have actually written down a lot of the mixes. I can't even remember the gin or the bourbon mixes. Do martial arts. I used to do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Man the Beast. I used to do Jiu-Jitsu, but I stopped because I played a lot of rugby when I was growing up and I had problems with my knees. Because my knees take a bit and my shoulders and elbows, and if you do jiu-jitsu you'll understand that a lot of it's on the ground, and I just found like I just didn't like the feeling of just being sore the whole time and injured, and I'd had enough of that with rugby. So that's why I really love kite surfing, because kite surfing gives me a little bit more of an out. It's a little bit less contact, although this week I've been pushing myself quite hard, but it's still good. But yeah, jiu-jitsu is good. I mean, if you do, what martial arts do you do? Man the Beast, what do you do? Well, that's the longest I've ever talked into my phone by myself. Ha! Well, 5 people watch me. It's pretty weird. Actually, I quite like this. It's actually probably easier than doing like a video, although the videos don't take long to record, and They edit them pretty fast and get them out. Actually, I'm fucking useless at getting them done. But I do need to. I mean, it's tough, man. When you're in the studio and you don't have much space, and you know your partner's here and whatever, and it does make it pretty hard. So I definitely need to improve on that. But anyway, I'm up to here on the beer, and when this is over, I'm done. So if you got any questions, hit me up right now. But this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Oh, good, definitely, man. I actually got to blue belt, and I competed at the World Pro. I competed at the World Pro. I actually won a bunch of gold medals, so I was actually doing pretty well. I won the Asian Pro as a white belt. I won some drink with your friends or vlog with them. It's definitely an option. A lot of my friends don't want to be involved because I think I've told you guys, like, I'm a teacher, and especially in the Middle East, it's a bit of a fine line between getting a work balance and work getting involved. So I have to be a little bit careful because some of my students watch this, and some of them are Muslim, and it can cause a problem. So I have thought about that, and a lot of people have asked me to go and record at the bars and do that. Man the Beast. I love MMA and boxing. I mean, I'm a big UFC fan, man. I've been watching UFC for many, many years. I think I first saw UFC in about 2001. A guy from America came and showed me some early UFC tapes, and I watched those. And I think from then I really fell in love with UFC. You know, the good thing about being in Dubai, probably like you have in wherever you are, you get free pay-per-view. So I've seen everything, but now there's so much content. I generally only watch the main events. Don't watch the undercards and just watch them. But I'm a big fan of the MMA with Ari Helwani. I listen to that show, and if you know anything. Boxing, definitely. I love boxing. Joseph Parker's a Kiwi. He's a heavyweight boxer. Obviously, David Tua. We've had, from New Zealand, we've had a pretty good line of heavyweight boxers. I'm from New Zealand originally, but I've lived most of my life in Dubai, which is pretty sad. So, yeah, I'm a Kiwi. Where are you from? Man the Beast, where are you from? But, yeah, I'm a massive UFC fan. Who's your favorite MMA fighter? Actually, when I first got into MMA, I was a big Rich Franklin fan. BJ Penn, those early guys. Obviously, now is obviously the new breed come through. You're from LA. Cool, man. Is that Los Angeles or is that a trick? Yeah, man, I love BJ Penn, Rich Franklin in the early days. Yeah, try Lamb. Yeah, that Lambog is one. That's 100%. That's what I have to try. Actually, I can get a hold of that here. But as I said before, in MMA, I was a big Anderson fan. I mean, I love the shows Big Country Roy Nelson puts on. I mean, now actually Israel Adesanya, who's a Kiwi, I'm all over him. But I think the good thing about MMA is that who you like always changes, and it's easy to get involved and follow one guy. But as they get older, you are saying, "What's your thought on LeBron going to LA?" Wow, I'm actually originally I'm an OKC fan. Lambo is bubblegum flavor. Okay, I'll definitely try some. Actually, originally I'm a Lakers fan from way back as a Lakers fan, but because Steven Adams plays for OKC and he's a Kiwi, I've been sort of supporting OKC the last 4 years. I think it's good for OKC. And Gold Piece, you teach boxing, soon you're going to be teaching MMA. Oh, mate, dude, MMA is the answer. It's the future. I think boxing's dead, but although the McGregor-Mayweather fight really put some, actually Triple G and Canelo, and there's actually some great boxers now, and that's really good. But I think it's good for LA. I mean, what I think they need to get through this year and then get some more guys to help them. Look, LA needs to get back to the playoffs. If LA can get back into the playoffs regularly and start making some playoff games, then they can, more players will come. I mean, I guess LeBron can do that, but he definitely needs guys to back him up. I mean, he can single-handedly take guys to deep into the playoffs, but you're always going to run into those. Listen, I mean, who's going to beat Golden State the next 2 years? I know that I mean, Golden State are going to win it for a few years, but I mean, they've made some pretty crazy buys. So let's see what happens over the next few years. Oh, what's his name? Boogie. The big center's gone to Golden State, and I guess that he will. Who are we rooting for? Oh man, I mean, mate. Of course, I wanted McGregor to win. Listen, I didn't think he could win, but I definitely think he could have. He could have. Look, I don't think he could have won, but like you, I was super pumped, and I wanted to knock him out and shock the world and do something crazy like we all did, right? I mean, I think that was the best. I think that was the cool thing about that whole thing. People say it was a spectacle. Sure, it was. McGregor's overrated. He doesn't have the ground game. He almost lose the champions. That's bullshit. Come on. He knocked out Chad Members. Listen, you can't take someone down. I have no fucking idea, to be honest, bro. I haven't lived there a long time. Listen, gold piece, I'm telling you now, maybe McGregor doesn't have the ground game, but when you got fucking bullets in his hands like he does, it makes a big difference. And you know what? I really want to see the Khabib fight, because that will answer your question, right? You're saying to me that he hasn't got the ground game. Listen, he's not. If Khabib and McGregor fight, I'm gonna have to say I think Khabib can win. But I'm telling you now, from every single time I've picked against McGregor, I picked him against Chad Members. I said Chad Members is going to take him down and beat him up. When he fought Aldo, I said I don't know. When he fought when he won the title versus what's the name at 55. Every single time, at 45, every single time I put him down, he wins, you know. So I can't think. He knocked out Mendes, but Mendes dominated the fight. Yeah, maybe the first round, but the bottom line is, mate, the history books say he got his ass knocked out. Listen, let's talk history. GSP never dominated. He dominated, but if you look at the damage he took, he got his ass kicked, you know. So if you look at the Hendricks fight, if we apply your thing, Hendricks was the man. But the bottom line, the history books say that GSP won. And GSP took some fucking ass kickings. Hendricks, when he fought Jake. I mean, if you look at him at the press conference, he looked like he's had the shit kicked out of him. But I understand what you're saying. Yeah, definitely. But Mendes is just coming back from a positive drugs test, so let's see what he does, you know. But I want to see Khabib versus thing. Hey, there's you guys know there's a famous saying, man. It's hard to get up and fight when you sleep in silk sheets, right? So McGregor's got 100 million in the bank. Will he ever fight MMA again? For him to do that, he needs big money. And I think the only fights that are going to get him out are going to be Khabib or Diaz 3. That's my personal opinion. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. Man, if these questions keep coming, I think I'll drink a third beer. So I'm not going to. I'm enjoying this. This is actually pretty good. And so who do you think Diaz? Was that who do you think Diaz? McGregor should fight next? I think it has to be Khabib. Has to be Khabib. If it's not Khabib, it's a joke. But do you guys follow Israel Adesanya from New Zealand? He's also an amazing new guy coming up as a mega successful sort of Thai boxer, Muay Thai fighter, kickboxer. But again, doesn't have the ground game. So let's see. You know, I mean, he hasn't been put to the test, but he just beat up the Hawaiian boy the other day. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. Tell me, who do you think Conor should fight next? I'd like to get Conor on the show. Imagine if I could get Conor on the show to do a simulcast with me. Fuck, that would blow this fucking channel up. Any other questions? I'm going to get into the beer. Wait there. I missed that. Let me just open that one up again. Tell us the worst student story you've said. Tell us the worst student story you've said you were a teacher. And let's drink, man. What do you want? Oh, Belfort. Okay, let me answer that. I'll do the student 1 second. Who do I want Vitor to fight next? Man. I think Vitor should go to Bellator. I think, or go to Ryzen where he can take the old jungle juice because, man, TRT Vitor was just unbelievable. And I think with Vitor when he's off the juice, I just don't think we see the best of him anymore. I mean, do you remember when TRT Vitor fought Luke Rockhold? I mean, it's just incredible. I would like to see that again. I think in Ryzen, you can, those guys that don't test so much. I don't think in Bellator. You know what? Who would I like to see? Someone who's out of the thing. Dude, I'd like to see him go over to Bellator and fight like Masasi or something like that. That'd be a cool fight. I mean, I think Masasi's awesome. That would be an amazing fight. If Belfort, I don't think there's anything left for Belfort in the UFC. He should definitely go to Bellator or Rise and fight Masasi and those guys over there. I think that would be awesome. The best student story. Wow. So many. In which way? Good or student stories that's shocking, or student stories that would be funny? I don't know. I mean, wow. I'm just trying to think. Old school Belfort wants to see him fight again. Oh man, Craig, I'd love to see. Let me just fade it on there. Mate, old school Belfort wants to see him fight again. Craig, I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him fight again, man, for sure. But definitely not in the UFC. In the UFC, he's just with the way the testing is, man. It's just not good for him now. He's, it's like too many miles on that car. Too many miles, man. I just think he's going to struggle to keep up now. I mean, the dude's been fighting since he's 19. He was a heavyweight. He was a champion so many years. It's just too many miles on the car, mate. Every fast car needs its wheels changed. But if he goes to Bellator where the testing's a bit easier, I'm not saying it's the easiest, but or Ryzen or something like that, or One, I think I'd love to see him do it. But I'd love to see him. I think him and Masasi would be a good fight. There's another fight there, nothing there. McGregor, yeah, he got big money during the match. You can see that Mayweather's letting him hold back. Sorry, we're just doing this here. It was like sparring you and shoots. That's true. Gold piece. McGregor got some big money, yeah. But dude, I generally think, dude. Listen, mate. The bottom line is, mate, the guy never even fought a fight, mate. If you're starting boxing, you start off with the 3 rounds and you go 6 rounds, then 9 rounds. You don't do fucking 12 rounds with a fucking 49 no fighter. That's just huge. I mean, it would be like an amateur boxer getting in with Daniel Cormier. I mean, let's look at it that way, I mean, what McGregor did, I mean, okay, it's probably a fairly soft stoppage in the 10th, a couple of rounds out. But dude, how do you think an amateur wrestler would go with Daniel Cormier in an MMA match? He'd get fucking destroyed, So definitely, it was definitely impressive performance. And listen, you can say whatever. What McGregor did was impressive. I think both parties won. McGregor's side won. Freaking Mayweather's won. Everyone won. It was one of those events where everyone won, and I think that's pretty awesome. Student story. I'm really struggling to find a good student story. I just think I can't think of one that would be would justify the situation here. A funny student story really interests you. The teachers you'd find interesting, to most people boring. Any other questions, guys? Because I think that is I'm sort of up almost 30 minutes this live stream. So if there's any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to finish it here, and I'll see you when I start getting some more content up. Okay, guys. Well, look, as I say, any other questions? Otherwise, I'm off. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I definitely, in the next month, I'm going to have my own studio, so I'm going to be getting lots more content out for you guys. Thank you very much, guys, and whoever tuned in today, I appreciate everything. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. I can't. How do I turn this off? Yeah, Craig. Thank you, brother. No dramas, man. Anytime. So I'm still online. What's your favorite? What's your PR favorite commercial beer? What, Ralph? What do you mean by that, man? Yeah, Craig. Anytime, brother. Anytime. Hit me up, bro. You can, if you want to send me an email on my email, which is kurtadrian@gmail.com. Ask me any questions about MMA. I'm happy to help you. What's your favorite PR beer? What do you mean by PR? What's your favorite? Oh, your favorite commercial beer? Actually, I really like Singtel. I think Singtel's a great beer. Listen, if I'm at a bar, I drink Heineken on tap because Heineken's easy. But I definitely drink Singtel if I'm buying something. I do actually enjoy the Amstel. I think Amstel's good. So Singtel for bottles, Amstel for cans, and Heineken on tap. Let me just read this one more gold piece. Yeah, boxing different. I do it both. I'm not going to understand boxing for just to get money to fight. Yeah, well, maybe do. But listen, the bottom line, mate, is everyone's a winner, you know? I mean, it actually listen, okay, let's say it was a bit of a freak show for boxing. But the bottom line is, man, is it actually, mate, it sold fucking 4 million pay-per-views in the US alone. I mean, that's huge. And I think that, okay, Mayweather got out what he wanted out of it. Conor got what out of it. Everyone was happy. Everyone was happy, you know. I don't think it was a disaster. We can say, oh, it was shit, it was this, it was that. But the bottom line is everyone fucking won. And that's the most important thing. So, yeah, but definitely. Anyway, I don't know who asked me about, what's your favorite commercial beer? Yeah, I mean, I think Heineken on tap is good. I really rate Singtel in a bottle. Singtel's great. And cans, yeah, yeah, gold piece, yeah, for sure. Definitely, man, definitely. Listen, I think that, I mean, who's your favorite MMA fighter, bro? Who do you like? I mean, I gather, I'm just going to turn the AC on here, man. It's so hot in this room, fuck. I hope this is not going to sound too loud. Oh, missed that. Yeah, who's your favorite? Tell me who your favorite boxer is, man. Oh, Kane. Yeah, Kane's awesome. But the problem with Kane is that, guys, is that too loud? The problem with Kane, man, is he's too injured. You know, the guys who come out of that heavy wrestling background, their bodies fall apart. And you know, Kane was unbelievable for a couple of years. But I think we've probably missed the best of him because of his age and because of the injuries. And I think that's actually pretty sad because I really think that he could have been a long-term dominant champion. Pacquiao versus Lucas. Listen, I love Pacquiao, man. I was a big Pac-Man fan. But I also grew up earlier, man. I mean, when I grew up, man, Tyson was the man, bro. Everyone was crazy about Tyson. So I was a big Tyson fan as well. Pacquiao, Crawford, definitely, 100%. Oh, mate, the thing is with Pacquiao, listen, I mean, so many wars. I mean, when he got knocked out, what was it that guy knocked him out? I mean, I remember his trainer said you can take a year off, and at the time I was pissed because I love Pacquiao fights. But I mean, where I live in Dubai, the freaking Filipinos go nuts for Pacquiao. It's actually kind of cool. I hope that AC is not too loud, by the way. What was your favorite? What was your favorite Mike Tyson fight? And also, when I grew up, I was a big David Tua fan, man. Actually, I think Lennox Lewis, man. Lennox Lewis is one of my favorite fighters. When it comes to heavyweight, I love Lewis, man. Lewis was awesome, you know. I was a big Lewis fan. I loved his style. I loved that sort of backed up with the European jab, but then when when what's the name brothers, the big Russian brothers came along, I hated that European style jab, clinch, dab, jab, clinch, dab, clinch. It annoyed me on the back of those guys, you know. So if you're talking about my greatest boxer of all time, I actually think Lennox Lewis is up there, you know. What Lennox Lewis did was amazing. He had everything off a good jab. People ask me about Mike Tyson, and Mike Tyson fought in a time of pretty weak heavyweights, to be honest. You know, if you think about it, the heavyweights he fought weren't great. There was no fucking. It wasn't like he didn't have the heavyweights like you know, like you know, what's his name? Jesus, I can't even think of his name. Cassius Clay. Fuck, Cassius Clay. Those guys. You know, he didn't have those heavyweights at the time. You know. Lucas was not used to fighting southpaws when Pacquiao jabbed. 100%. It's a good point. It's a great point. But listen, I just think Pacquiao is. I mean, Pacquiao must be done. Surely he's not fighting anymore, is he? I mean, when you watch Triple G and those guys fight now, it's crazy, you know. Heavyweight got low stamina though. Not well. The thing is with heavyweights, I mean, especially in MMA, I mean, it's one punch and it's done. I mean, yeah, I mean, I can't say that many heavyweights have got great stamina, but definitely, like, if you're talking about MMA, I mean, that was like Cain Velasquez's thing was he had the best gas tank in town, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, the whole heavyweight division is a bit of a fucking disaster now, you know. You know, what's going on, all that. I mean, see, the thing is, when I grew up, man, the heavyweight champion was the fucking king of the world. Everyone knew who the heavyweight champion was. Now, I mean, for years, you could say, who's the heavyweight champion? People wouldn't know. They only knew Mayweather, those things. Like, Anthony Joshua is good for sure, but, mate, he's a prima donna. That's the problem, mate. Anthony Joshua, he just fought Joseph Parker, who's a Kiwi, so I definitely watched that fight. I mean, he's good, mate, but he needs to fight though. He needs to get up and fight, you know. He's all talk and bravado. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, I mean, he's definitely good, but I like to see him do a little bit more, you know. This is pretty cool. I'm getting way off the beer subject. This is my third beer with you guys. Wow. 1, 2, 3. It's like you paid lots of money for. Yep. It's like you paid lots of money for 35 minutes. How do you mean, man? I paid lots of money. I don't get paid at all. Man, you guys must think that fucking YouTube pays money, man. I don't get fuck all. You know, and 1 million views, on YouTube, mate, I've been paid about fucking $60. When watching heavyweights. Mikey Garcia beat Loma. I didn't see that fight. I don't know Mikey Garcia or Loma, so I never watched that fight. But I definitely like boxing, but I think now with the rise of MMA, I'll only probably watch the big fights. So if there's a big fight, I watched the Triple G Canelo fight. I watched McGregor Mayweather and those types of things. So I'm definitely watching less and less boxing. When I grew up, man, we were crazy for Tyson, man. Fuck, I had a friend of mine who looks like Mike Tyson. We used to tell everyone it's Mike Tyson. We were crazy, you know. So yeah, I definitely watched a lot more boxing in the early days, and I just think MMA's just swamped that market, you know. I think it's what they've done is when I say MMA, mainly I mean UFC. I know that most of you guys out there know that UFC is not MMA. It is MMA, but most people just call it UFC. So that's I think it's killed that market, mate. And most young fighters now, or wrestlers, the reason why I heard that wrestling programs are at an all-time high because most wrestlers now have got something to look forward to. You know, they're coming out and they're wrestling and they're getting involved and they're getting into pro wrestling like Brock and stuff. Loma got outboxed by yeah, dude. I mean, I mean, Gold Piece. You know a lot more about this boxing than me, man. I don't even know these guys, man. As I said, I only know the big guys because I'm more into the UFC, you know. But I think UFC went to the Philippines a few weeks ago, or they tried to go and it fell through. So. Cool. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end that now. As I said, for the second time, don't forget to like, share, and see how that goes. But guys, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for writing me comments. As I said, tell your friends, follow the channel. Don't forget to hit the notifications so you catch up all the things. Guys, thank you very much, and we'll see you in a few weeks. It's going to be probably 4 weeks before I get the next thing out because I'll be back in the UAE in 3 weeks. and then I'm going to make some shit happen, bro. So, guys, I will bring as much as I can. I'm going to do one a week.